Hey, Brian from Garage Mall. Today I have this triple screen laptop extender. So basically what it is you put your laptop in the middle and then you have a dual screen on either side. Absolutely crucial if you do a lot of editing and stuff like I do on the road, or if you do some sort of internet business. It's great just to have these set of screens, and you can tell from the box it is nice and slim profile. So let's open this up, see everything that we get inside, set it up with my laptop, see how it works, and I'll get you a view from this side as well as from the screen side. So let's go. Okay, so right away, that is the opening of the box. That is your user guide. So quick directions, and we have some cabling, it looks like. So let's see what we got. So we got a power block. That's pretty cool. Plug that in there. So you have a USB and USB-C cable. So let's get that open and set and ready to go. Okay. So very handy. I'll put that off screen for a second. And then you have a couple of HDMI. You have a HDMI cable, and then you have a USB-C. And then we have another USB-C here as well. It kind of has like an angled 90-degree angle on. I'll show you that as we start hooking everything up. But most importantly, let's get these out of the box. So it comes very well packed. And let's get this box out of the way. Okay, so from overhead you can definitely see that it is still pretty compact. So that is kind of like your little carrying case, which is absolutely awesome. Love that. Okay, and then this is your screens. So you have a little Velcro strap on that. So we'll put that out of the way. And it has a little outer pocket on a carrying case, so we can slide some accessories and stuff in there as well. And then let's get this basically set and open. So that is absolutely fantastic looking so far. Very cool. And it has this little protective foam. I think I will hang on to that. No, it's probably just for shipping, but I am going to make sure. Okay, and then it has these screen protectors that are on there. It basically tells you not to squeeze the screen or anything else. So again, that was just for shipping and some instructional purposes. So very cool. So this is where we are basically going to kind of set this up like this. And like I said, once I have this set up on my laptop, I'll bring you around and show you how it looks like completely set up. But so it's got this kickstand there, so that's pretty cool. So depending on how your laptop gets set up. So, and then this is my laptop. And let's set that up. Let me get my mouse out of the way. With all those extra cables that it came with. So pretty cool. So right away you can see it's a very large desktop that you're going to have with all these multiple screens. To give you kind of an idea, so they are 14.5 inches this way, and then in the center you basically have that 14.5 as well. So I think this is we'll measure the screen across so I can show you. So diagonally, this is basically 15.5 screen size, so it will fit nice and snug in between those two. And again, you can kind of set this up so you have a nice angle, and then it looks like you have some expansion here. So even if you had a little bit of a larger laptop, but we're going to squeeze that in and make it fit perfect on my screen. And then you have all your hookups here that you can set everything up to. And then again, you can have that set back. And if I get the screen set up the right way on my desktop, so it angles back, so you can angle your laptop back as well to make it pretty seamless going back and forth. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. Okay, so I'm actually leaning this back probably a little bit more, so when I get the camera over on this side, we can see functionality wise how that completely works. So very cool. So let me just put my laptop down for a quick second. And we're going to put this back and forth. So it has your Type C1, Type C2. That is your power to turn it on and off, and then that is your power control right here on the front. So let me bring that a little bit closer up in the air so you can kind of see those ports. Kind of see that sitting there. So again, let's get this set up properly on my desktop. Get those instructions kind of like out of the way. So then these are all your cables that come with that. So let's see which one is which. So this says video only, so it has the HDMI cable on it. So my laptop does come with an HDMI port. So let's get this set up and ready. Okay, so we got that. And we're going to sneak that underneath here. And then we're going to put that right here. So that's going to be our, basically our cable input. And then this one basically says full featured C, as well as this is full featured C. And then we are going to hook up, this is our power cable. So we're going to hook that up to the power block, which I have sitting over here off on the side. And then we are going to put this onto the back, and we're going to have it hook into this port right here, which will be our power. So looks like we had power come on real quick. So let's hook our laptop up. Now we're going to use the other cable. We're going to plug into our USB-C. So let me turn this down, sneak this cable to the back. Okay, so now we have our other screen ready to go. And we're going to plug that in. Okay, so now it's going to basically turn on your third screen. So since okay, so turning my PC on, you can automatically see that it recognizes the screen to the left. So let's log in. Okay, so that is basically my YouTube channel. So we are going to reduce that screen, and we are going to go into our settings. So we are going to be looking for our display settings. So we go right there. Okay, so now it's going to basically turn on your third screen. So since we know that is over on that side, let's just flip this around real quick. Okay, so identify. So now, oh, it's switching numbers on me. So let's go back, but it's so easy just to seamlessly go back and forth from here. And we're going to set them up a little bit higher. So now we have 1, 2, and then 3. So, and again, there's a mouse on that side. So where this comes super in handy, so let's say you have an Excel sheet, you can drag it over onto this side, and then go from there. And then if I had some internet pages, again, if I have this one here, you can actually peel the tabs off so you can get that to fit. Then we'll just hit extend here. So now you have that on both sides, and then you have, you know, basically 1, 2, 3. You got an Excel sheet over here where you can do like, so if I have an Amazon page up that I'm doing some work, on that, I can simply just go up there, checking out some telescopes. So pretty cool. And then again, we can set this screen back up. Where is... And then we can hide the cabling a little bit better. But now you have your screens where you want them. I can spread them out to the point where they are basically almost off screen. But you get the general idea. Absolutely super easy to use. Super easy to set up. Makes your productivity so much easier. Yeah, and then when you're all done, you can basically keep all those settings, hit apply, and then you can X out of that, and then there you go. Tons of real estate for editing or whatever you are doing. Anyway, Brian from Garage Mahal, thanks for watching, and be safe out there.